That is a black hole, a real one, at the center of the Perseus galaxy cluster, 250 million light years from Earth. What you just heard is real data from NASA's Chandra Observatory. For 70 years, we have been recording space. Most of it is silence. But every now and then, our machines pick up something that makes scientists stop. These are the 15 scariest real sounds ever recorded in space, ranked. Every single clip is genuine, sourced, and labeled. And the sound at number 1 made NASA's own team call it spooky. Before we start, one honest rule. Space is a vacuum. Sound cannot travel through it. So when a spacecraft hears something, it is recording radio waves, plasma waves, or vibrations. Real physical signals converted into audio. On this channel, every clip gets a label telling you exactly what it is. No fakes. No sound effects. If a famous space sound could not be verified, it is not in this video. Number 15. The beep that terrified a superpower. October 4th, 1957. The Soviet Union puts the first machine into orbit. Anyone on Earth with a ham radio can hear it passing over their house. Twice a second. For 22 days. America does not find it cute. It finds it terrifying. Because if a radio can fly over your country, so can a warhead. Number 14. The sound of stars dying. The Kepler telescope watched stars flicker as they swell into red giants near the end of their lives. Convert those flickers into audio, and dying stars sound like this. Slow organ notes, each one the resonant frequency of a star running out of fuel. One day, the sun will sing this same note. Number 13, the first sound ever recorded on another planet. February 2021, the Perseverance rover switches on its microphone, the first working mic on the surface of another planet. And Mars speaks. Thin, cold wind in an atmosphere 1% as thick as ours. This is not data converted to sound. This is a real microphone, really recording, on a world where nothing has ever been alive to hear it. Number 12. A robot, alone, shooting rocks with a laser. That same rover carries a laser that vaporizes rock to study what Mars is made of. On Sol 12, the microphone caught it firing 30 times. Each snap you hear is stone turning to plasma on a planet with no one around for 200 million kilometers. Number 11. The loneliest drive in the universe. When Perseverance drives, its metal wheels grind over rock in the Martian cold, and the whole frame groans. NASA engineers admitted they would take the car to the shop if it made these sounds on Earth. Listen to a 1-ton machine crawling across an empty planet, creaking like a haunted house. Number 10. the moon that whispers to its planet. Enceladus is a tiny ice moon that vents its hidden ocean into space. Those particles ride Saturn's magnetic field lines, and as they do, they hiss. Cassini flew through it and recorded an ocean world, electrically whispering to the planet it orbits. Number 9. Alien lightning. 1979. Voyager 1 reaches Jupiter and proves, for the first time, that lightning exists on another world. The storm's radio waves spiral down Jupiter's magnetic field and arrive as falling whistles, like something calling down from clouds big enough to swallow the Earth. Number 8. Crashing into a monster's territory. Jupiter's magnetic field is the largest structure in the solar system. In 2016, the Juno spacecraft slammed through its outer boundary, the bow shock, where the solar wind piles up against the planet's magnetosphere like water against the bow of a ship. Juno crossed it in 2 hours. This is what the crossing sounded like. Number 7. The moon that screamed back. June 7th, 2021. Juno skims 1,000 kilometers over Ganymede, the biggest moon in the solar system. Its instruments pick up the moon's electric environment. And halfway through the recording, the pitch suddenly jumps. That jump is the exact moment the spacecraft crossed into a different region of Ganymede's magnetosphere. It sounds like the moon noticed. Number 6. The planet that shook, with nobody on it. April 2019. The InSight lander's seismometer, sitting on a planet we thought was geologically dead, feels the ground tremble. The first confirmed Marsquake. NASA processed the seismic data into audio so we could hear a dead planet, groan in its sleep. Number 5. Falling through the sky of an alien moon. January 14th, 2005. The Huygens probe parachutes for 2.5 hours through the orange haze of Titan, the most distant landing in human history. Its sensors captured the wind of that descent. The European Space Agency reconstructed it from the probe's real atmospheric data. A parachute, an alien sky, and a machine falling alone toward a methane world. And as the ground rose to meet it, Huygens' radar pinged faster and faster. This is the sonified radar echo of the surface of Titan, rushing up. Before the top 4, the scariest space signal ever detected is not in this ranking. And the reason why should bother you. August 15th, 1977. The Big Ear telescope in Ohio catches a narrowband radio burst from the direction of Sagittarius. 72 seconds, 30 times louder than the background. The astronomer on duty circles the printout and writes one word. Wow. Here is the part nobody tells you. There is no recording. The wow signal existed only as intensity numbers on a printout. Every wow signal audio you have ever heard on the internet is fabricated. It never repeated, and it has never been fully explained. The scariest sound in space is one we never got to hear. Number 4, your own planet is singing. You just cannot hear it. This one is not from deep space. It is from here. Electrons trapped in Earth's radiation belts generate radio waves every dawn. And played as audio, our planet sounds like a flock of alien birds. Ham radio operators have picked this up for a century. You have lived inside this sound your whole life. Number 3, the deepest note in the universe. The sound that opened this video deserves its full story. The black hole at the heart of the Perseus cluster drives pressure waves through the hot gas around it. Actual sound waves in space gas at B-flat, 57 octaves below middle C. One vibration every 10 million years. NASA raised the real waves 57 octaves so human ears could stand in front of a black hole. Listen again, and remember, it is real. Number 2, the loneliest sound ever recorded. Voyager 1 is the farthest human object in existence. In 2012, its instruments heard the plasma around it ring at a new, higher tone. And that tone was the proof it had left the sun's bubble entirely. This is the sound of interstellar space itself, recorded by a machine that will drift among the stars long after everyone watching this is gone. Years earlier, at the edge of the sun's domain, Voyager heard something bigger, the heliopause booming as shockwaves from solar storms slammed into interstellar gas. Among the most powerful radio emissions in the whole solar system, coming from its outermost wall. Number 1. The sound NASA itself called eerie. As Cassini approached Saturn in 2003, it recorded the planet's auroral radio emissions. And when NASA released the audio, their own caption called it eerie. Rising and falling shrieks, sweeping tones, sounds that trade places like voices. These emissions are generated by Saturn's auroras, but their fine structure was so complex that scientists spent years decoding it. 27 minutes of Saturn compressed into 73 seconds. This is the reigning scariest sound in space. Every sound you just heard is real, and every source is linked in the description. The missions, the data, the labels. That is the deal on this channel. The universe is scary enough without making anything up. And if hearing a black hole unsettled you, wait until you see what happened to the bodies of every astronaut who died up there. That story is on your screen now. Subscribe to MindWired so you do not miss what space sounds like next. If any of this messed with your head a little, well, that's exactly the point. And it only happens because people like you keep showing up. And
hit subscribe right now for it. It costs you nothing, and it's the entire reason MindWired keeps making videos like this. Subscribe.